All right, this is always exciting times, new tools. The delivery man just left and we got the 12 volt Milwaukee. I ordered the 12 volt, the 6 amp hour battery. I don't foresee me getting into the 18 volt line of Milwaukee because I'm so loaded in DeWalt, the 20 volt max batteries and the 20 volt, 60 volt flex volt. But I think I'm going to start using the 12 volt Milwaukee stuff because it's lighter, you know, and there's a lot of lighter applications where I can use the 12 volt stuff and don't need the 20 volt or I don't need the 60 volt flex volt. So anyway, I ordered this Milwaukee LED light and Forrest picked up on it's we're going to look at this when we open it. It's got some kind of magnet here that you can stick on the back side of a wall, and it's supposed to stick on the wall and all. So we'll open this battery up. Of course, you know, you've seen one battery, you've seen them all, but man, it's in there. So anyway, it's kind of got a rubbery bottom on it, so you can see it's got a little sticking to it right there. When you set it down, it's not going to slide and move. So I like that. And let's charge this thing up and then we'll put it in the light. I've got 2 of these batteries. That's what come with the a few videos ago you saw me where I got the toilet auger that's a 12 volt, and I got the tub and sink auger that's a 12 volt, and this is the batteries that came with them. So one of the things that was a little aggravating, I mean, this is good for tight areas, but you know, you go to set it down, it's, you know, it's hard to set it down, and this surface is not flat, and so if you don't have a real good flat surface. So one of the reasons I wanted this battery was for this application right here where, you know, the drill would set up better. That was kind of really what I got this battery for, and then I thought might need the longer life in the light. So anyway, let's charge this battery up and then we'll open that light. Let's finish our review of the Milwaukee light that I got in. So I wanted to wait till it got dark, and that way we can go into a dark room and let's see how good this thing lights up. We're going to kind of compare it. Of course, you know, this is the big DeWalt light right there, the DeWalt flashlight, you know, and it's good for what it's good for. And then the 12 volt DeWalt flashlight. The other day I was working under a sink, and as I was working under that sink, you know, you take this flashlight and you're pointing it in an area, and I had this flashlight and I was pointing it in an area working under the sink, and you're in tight quarters and you're trying to get these adjusted so they're shining in the right place. This light is too big, getting it under kitchen sinks, you know, small vanities and things like that. And it's really a good light, and I like that better. The use for this light, I find, is if I'm working down in or like up in an attic and there's no electricity up there, no lights, especially working under a house, this is really good because you light up like a whole area. And so I'm thinking that this will be good under, you know, bathroom vanities, kitchen sinks, areas like that, because it's going to be small. And where this one's a little bit big, the DeWalt one, for those areas, really like the light, like working under a house. Because what I run into with a flashlight is I'm working under a house and I'm working in an area, and you've got this light like pointed, you know, at whatever you're working on. And then if you got to turn around and get something out of your toolbox, or like if I'm doing plumbing and I've got a plumbing box under there, then you've got to move your flashlight, point it on that. Where if you've got something like this, it's lighting up a whole area. You can see in your toolbox and all that, and you don't have to keep moving your light around. So let's just we're going to go in this dark room over here and we'll see how this Milwaukee works. Now this room don't have the best of light and it's going to be dark a little bit, but I wanted to come into a room that had, you know, that wasn't going to be real light, and we can make it dark for purposes of this video. So I'm not doing per se a comparison, you know, of the big DeWalt light, because this is a big 20, this is a 12. Now this one does have like 3 modes on it. It's got low, medium, and high on it. It has this bar that you can pull out. Boy, it's got a tight spring on it too. This bar that you can pull out right here. And I don't know if it's picking it up. I know we don't have a lot of light on in here. But that holds it on things. It'll clamp onto things. Really a neat light, rugged made. I'm getting ready to hit the lights. And then we're going to take the Milwaukee here and we're going to turn it on. And I'll go through the modes. I'm not sure how this is going to work as far as the camera and all that. But for the purposes of this video. So here we go. So here's the Milwaukee light, and here it is on. Let's go through the modes to see what we're on. There's high, then it goes down, and then down, that's low. There's high, there's medium, and there's low, and you know, it lights up the room good. Let me turn back here. There's high. So, you know, if you were working in an area, I mean, that's really good light. There's medium. And there's low. Back to high. So I'm going to turn this off, and now I'm going to turn the big DeWalt one on, the 20 volt. There it is. Of course, it doesn't have but one setting. So I'm going to set it on the table where I can turn it on and off, and I'll turn the Milwaukee. Let's see if we can tell some difference here. Now this is the DeWalt, so I'm going to turn it off. Here's the Milwaukee. There it is on high. Here's the DeWalt. I'm going to turn it on with the Milwaukee on. Turn the Milwaukee off. There's the DeWalt. Now I'm going to turn the Milwaukee back on, turn the DeWalt off. The Milwaukee's got a little more, maybe a little yellow to it. There's medium, there's low, and there's high. It is very bright, but I believe I can tell a little difference maybe in the DeWalt. Might be a little brighter. Not much, if any. There's the Milwaukee. There's the DeWalt. It's really hard to tell if there's a difference between them. So that's that. You know, and versus like, you know, here's a flashlight. Like here's a 20 volt flashlight. So you can tell a huge difference in that. And so it makes it really hard in working on something, you know, when you're needing an area lit up. Or like I was saying earlier, that when, now this is the 20 volt, here's the 12 volt DeWalt. There's the 12 volt. You know, there's not a dime's difference in those two right there. You can't tell any difference in those. All right, let's go back to the light. This also has places right here. It shows like magnets, and they were showing like if you had a big magnet, I guess you would have to already have your magnet. That you could stick a magnet on the back of a piece of wood or on the back of a door or something like that, and that it will hold that light. I'll have to read into the instructions more about that. Now I did pull this out like this, and it would not fit over my doors, but the doors in my house, you can see right there, they're like I don't know, they're 12, 14 foot doors and they're real thick. You know, that's back in the day when they were really made out of wood. I haven't, you know, when I go back somewhere where there's new doors, that might fit on a new door. But anyway, you know, in the brightness of, you know, the DeWalt and the Milwaukee, you really can't tell, you know, I really couldn't tell that much difference in them. What I'm looking for is, you know, this is good when I'm under a house, things like that. And it could be a little bit brighter. The DeWalt may be a little brighter, but that's more maybe a bigger area light. And this is what I'm looking for, you know, working under vanities and things like that in tighter spaces. You've got an area here you could hook it. Then as I was showing earlier, and boy, this thing's got a tight spring. This pulls out right here and will clamp onto something, and you're going to see right here how it goes back in. And so that pulls tight against something, and it's got a stout spring. You've got your mode button right here, and you know, you got your battery indicator there. Battery fits on it good like that and gives it a good platform to sit. And so you know, for each what they're good for, you know, I use these on certain applications, but they're more of a spotlight. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed me showing you my new light, my new product. And as I get some more 12-volt products in, I'll show them to you. You know that. So I thank all of you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. All of you just give awesome comments and all those kind of things. And I know I've been away for about 3 weeks making videos, so we're going to get back on schedule. I'll see you on the next video. Thank y'all.